morning and welcome to Amateur Hour. Today we're going to be making cinnamon sugar palmiers. Yes, I did look up how to pronounce this beforehand. I think they're going to be a fun little Valentine's Day treat. I mainly hate Valentine's Day, but this is one thing I'm going to do to celebrate it. So we first start out by making a rough puff pastry. Again, as always, this is out of Claire Saffitz Dessert Person. I am going to make the rough puff pastry. I have not made a rough puff pastry before. I've made a pie pastry to go at the bottom of a pie dish, and it's always turned out pretty bad. So this should be good. One thing that I'm a bit nervous about is that I have to hack this recipe. I'm so shit at having recipes. So shit. I'll like half most of the ingredients and then forget to half one of them. So I'm gonna really try to stay on top of myself today. But who knows what will happen. Alright, I put too much flour in. I don't know why, but ever since I broke my weight scale, I just don't trust it anymore. It makes me very nervous. So I need 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground crystal kosher salt. Okay, and then I have a stick of butter that I've kept in the freezer for the past. I'm gonna take it out and I'm supposed to grate it. Well, I'm supposed to coat it in the mixture and grate it over top. I don't have a grater, I just have a zester. So we're gonna zest my butter. Probably regret it, but you know, that's what we do on this show. Right, so I'm supposed to toss it first in the butter. The really important part here is that we keep the mixture really cold. And my hands are always freezing, all the time. All my extremities. I have a friend who thinks I have, this is really accessing my butter, who thinks I have poor circulation because of how cold my extremities are at all times. The issue is that anytime I'm trying to make pie crust, my hands become boiling hot out of just like nervousness. I'm already melting the butter. I can feel it. Okay, I'm melting it. I'm gonna put my hands under really cold water. Okay. Just gotta work fast. And then this is just butter that I've pre-sliced and I put it in the fridge. I did some prep work this time. Okay, we're just distributing it, tossing it in the mixture just like so. I'm going to drizzle 1/4 of a cup of my ice water into my dough while I'm mixing it to evenly distribute it. So I'm supposed to just knead this a couple of times until we have a dough come together. And then I'm going to put my dough that is kind of coming together here. It's loosely coming together. It's a loose word. And I'm gonna put it here. And then there's just all this floury bits that's left. I'm gonna put some more water in here until it comes together, I guess. It does feel kind of wet, and I know that it's not supposed to be wet, so I'm gonna take some of this and put it in here. Yeah. Okay, now I'm just take all of this, put it onto here. Boom. Alright, so now I'm just gonna wrap this up in my plastic wrap here on all 4 sides. I'm just gonna kind of push it down with the heel of my hands. Okay. It's still kind of coming apart, but I kind of feel like it's supposed to be shaggy. That's like part of its charm. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 2 hours and then we'll come back. Alright, so it's only been like 1 hour and 20 minutes, not the 2 hours, but I have a dentist appointment. And I kind of want to get this rough puff done beforehand, so I don't think that it's that big of a deal. We'll see. It's all falling apart. This is good. This is good. No, only good things. I might need to add more water to this. Forgot to flour my surface. this surface. Ah! Yeah, whoops, whoops. It's definitely falling apart, and I don't know if it needs more water or if once this butter gets a better grip on it, if it's just gonna get better. Or I'm just making a dry ass pastry over here. Oh, it's looking a lot better. It came together, it did come together. It just needed to be rolled. I think this is better. I think this is better. I mean, there's parts that are falling out of here that I want to find a place for. Please go back in. I think in general, it definitely came together more than I was expecting it to. It just needed to kind of be rolled, and that butter needed to get out along the sides. But it's looking good, it's looking good. Open my cling wrap back up again. Put this guy in here. I'm gonna wrap him up. And now it needs to sit at least for 1 hour. It'll probably end up sitting for more than that. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. All right, so my pastry is done. I'm going to mix together my cinnamon sugar mixture. So I'm gonna put half a cup of sugar in here. I'm using turbinado sugar. It calls for demerara sugar, but Lord knows where you find that one. All right, I now need to roll out this guy to a 10 by 12 inch square. Or, sorry, rectangle. Let me do it. Yeah, sure. Getting all my excess flour off by dusting. Ooh, I don't have like the best edges on here. Like this clearly isn't together. I have this extra dough. Smash this in here. Delish. All right, I'm going to beat my little egg here. I have to put this on a piece of parchment paper. Whoops. That's fine. I think I can fix it. Oh. I'm brushing off my flour. And now it says to put half of this mixture in here. It looks really good. Ooh! Ooh! I'm gonna take one of my longer sides here and let's just start rolling. Usually use the parchment paper as a guide, but I don't really know how to do that. Okay, that feels kind of halfway. Let's see, do I have 5 inches left? Okay. All right, so here is my dude now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in the freezer for 20 minutes and then we'll come back to it, I think. Okay, no, I got it. I'm not putting this in there. So what I'm gonna do is I have to coat this entire thing in the remaining cinnamon and sugar stuff. This is pretty hard to do. This is like one step on here and she put some of this stuff down here. Can I then take my... This is definitely the hardest part. They have vastly overestimated my skills to do this. It's not even really sticking. I'm gonna put this in the freezer for 20 minutes. And then we'll cut it and we'll bake it. This came out of the freezer. And I'm gonna cut it up. Okay, so I'm taking off my ragged ends. My raggedy ends. So I'm just cutting this in half a bunch of times. Okay. And then I'm gonna put them on my baking sheet. Honestly, they look a lot better in the picture. I don't know how these are gonna turn out. Okay, these are not the same thickness. That's okay. I'm gonna stick these babies to what they look like. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm sticking them in the oven for 25 minutes. Oh my god, it looks so good. They smell like cinnamon rolls. So it says I'm supposed to let them cool completely on the baking sheet. Oh, I can't wait to taste it. Okay, they're still a little warm, but I kind of want to have it while it's a little warm. Ooh, crispy, definitely crispy. And so on the bottom, the sugar has melted and kind of crystallized, so it's kind of like, it's crunchy on the bottom, which is really nice. It's kind of like, it's similar to like a cinnamon roll, in a different form. They are really delicious. I don't know if it's my favorite thing that I've baked, but they're really good and I like them. It's good. I think it'd be really good with like a cup of tea, you know, a blanket, just snuggled up on the couch.